What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Muskie channel. It's me, Jason. I'm back. How are you all doing? Hope you're all doing fine, because I'm doing great. Today I am going to be making helmets. I got 3 to make, 4 to make, but I'm planning on doing only about 1 today. So I'm going to show you guys how I make my helmets using foam, and then if you guys want to, you guys can use the template. I'll leave the template in the link in the description down below. Just copy off what you guys see, and let's get to it. Alright, so as you guys can see, I've already kind of started. So what I did was I found these templates. I am going to take them, trace them out onto this EVA foam pad right here. I gotta print 2 of each side. One side, reverse it, so I can make the back side, do another one, reverse it so I can make the front side, glue the 2 pieces together, or the 4 pieces together, and then we should get a base helmet. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Side 1 is done. Now it's time for side 2. Also, I need to get lighting for this camera. 1 second. Okay, I got lighting. Side 2. Okay, and just like that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts all copied on here. All I did was take these 2 templates and then just clipped them and drew them out. So the stressful part is done. Now you gotta cut them out. I'm gonna be using an X-Acto knife. You could be using a scissor or other stuff. Just make sure you guys, when you guys cut it, took me a long time to do it. When you guys cut it, make sure you guys take the knife and angle it at a sharp angle. The sharper the angle, the smoother the cut. If you guys don't do that, and you guys end up with a gritty ends like this, where you have all this little extra grit right there. Yeah, that's because you guys didn't cut at a sharp enough angle where to focus. You guys didn't cut at a sharp enough angle, and you guys just cut straight up like this, or like this. Make sure it's 45 or lower. The lower it is, the smoother the cut, guarantee. It took me a while to do that, so just thought I'd share. So I'm gonna get cutting. Alright, and we're back. And we got all 4 pieces cut up. So now all we gotta do now is glue them all. And I'm using contact cement. I'm using contact cement. Really focus. I'm using contact cement. But I can find it. 1 second. There we go. I'm using contact cement into where hopefully it comes out well. So pry this thing open. I just kind of take a little flat. And I'm just. Alright, let's get painting. Another thing before you start doing it, make sure you cut out a little piece of EVA foam. That really helps with just kind of dipping it inside to getting just a small amount of it. Because you don't need too much. All you need is enough to just kind of sneak into the crevices here. That's all you need. Do it on both sides. Let it dry. Make sure you let it dry. It's very, very important that you let it dry, or else it will just stick everywhere else. So one side is done. Make sure 2 sides start drying up a bit. If you cut it out correctly, you'll have the edges line up. If you cut it correctly, you'll have the edges kind of line up flat. And you'll end up with a little curve here. A little dome. Just like that. Because I'm using thin foam, really thin foam for the helmets, I'm not going to heat treat it. But if you are using thicker ones, maybe like 1/2 inch, you should definitely heat treat it, therefore, so it can like fold with you and not potentially break while you're in the middle of doing that. And I'm sorry for the noise that's giving off, if you guys can hear that. It's my 3D printer running because I'm also making an extra costume. Like I said, I'm making 4 costumes, 5 costumes technically, but 4 Kamen Rider costumes, and so that one's gonna be for the 4th costume. And just like that, the base helmet is done. I already tried it on my head, and I'd say it's pretty good. I did use thinner foam, that way it's a little more flexible. Instead of using thicker foam, where it's harder to bend everything, I'm using the thinner one. This time I can mold things and move things around a little more freely and not have to worry too much about it breaking when I'm like this. So that's always fun to do. This is just my test experiment. I'm not really sure. So this is trial 3, or Mark 3 as I like to say, because it's my 3rd attempt at making a helmet. But it looks really nice. It fits onto your head. I tried it. As long as you don't put the chin in, it fits onto your head just fine. The chin part would make it look a little more straight, like that. But I didn't put it in, so that way you can still put it on. But yeah, it's pretty nice. All that's left now is to put it on as this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this design, I'm going to copy it onto here on one side, and then when I'm done with that one side, I'm going to take it all, copy it onto the other side, do it sideways, to the back, the other side, make the horn, and then you can't forget the little side hook that's right there that I got to put on as well. So there's going to be all that tomorrow because it's really late right now. Alright, day 2. So I have the helmet drawn out and cut it out. So I took it, I cut it off, I took the pieces, heat treated it, stretched them just a little bit, and then I relayered them back in on the inside. That way you could get the little indent marks like that there. And overall, it looks really nice. I realized while I was cutting this thing out that this kind of sticks out, and I kind of want that gone. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because I'm using thin foam, I'm gonna fold it kind of in half like that, and then I'm going to trace it out and cover up the part that I don't like. Then I'll glue it back on here, and it'll cover up this jawline here, and it'll cover up this side here, and the helmet will look a little bit bigger because right now it's about the size of my head, and it fits just about right until you get to this part. So I'm gonna add a little extension here and something here. But other than that, the helmet is looking just fine for the most part. You don't see it yet, but the end product I think is gonna look sick. So I'm going to get to the eye lenses. So if you look at the eye lenses on Kabuto, it has a little net, like a, looks kind of like a net. So I'm going to make that real quick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my soldering tool, and then I'm going to burn it in and make eye holes on it. So when you put it on the mask, you can see through. Next I gotta find blue lenses because his eyes are blue, and slap them on there. So I got a lot to do. Let's get to it. Alright, so I extended it, so now it's covering it for the most part. And then I added some lines and some patterns to the eyes. So this is basically going to come on like that. That way I can see through it. And all those tack marks are tack marks I'm going to be using the soldering tool. I'm going to just kind of make a hole into it so I could see through it, obviously. And I'm not going to use this because it's going to burn it. Instead, I'm going to take some sort of metal I have and put it as a layer on top. That way I don't accidentally burn through it. Alright, so I'm going to get busy. I'm going to make all these tack marks into holes, and then I got to transfer them onto the second part and put it on the other eye. So I'm going to get busy. So it's going to look like that, but all the way through. I got a long way ahead of me. Also, I think I might take this outside because there's no ventilation here, and smelling this isn't great. Okay, both eyepieces are officially done. You can officially see through them and everything. It looks great. Now all I gotta do is take these bad boys, stick them on here, and you got the eyes until I put on the lenses. And then all I got left to do is to make the horn, the front horn right here, and then I gotta make the back horn. I gotta make the front horn, and I gotta make the back horn. And then after that, I gotta go through the whole thing, cure it, and then paint it. So hopefully it comes out well. I might extend the chin just a little bit more. But yeah, it's looking good right now. I'm honestly happy with the process. So, alright, let's go. Yow. Okay, day 30. So I got a little carried away. A little too carried away. I accidentally painted the whole thing without showing you guys the process of making the horn. But basically, I just kind of copied and pasted from the printer. So what I did was, I made this and I printed this. So what I did was I just measured everything, helmet and width and everything, to figure out all the exact measurements I need. And then I just applied the measurements on here. And then for the horn, I just did the same thing. It's just there's a little angle there, so I had to add maybe like a quarter or half a quarter of extra measurements to make up for the extra dimple that I didn't have. And if you're asking, yes, I already did add in the little extra horn in the back. It's just I covered it in red. So now what I'm gonna do is gotta go through the whole thing, and anything that's not supposed to be red is gonna get painted, and everything that is red and is supposed to stay red is going to get covered. So I'm gonna go through with a little bit of tape, newspaper, bags, plastic bags and stuff to cover up all the red spots that needs to be covered, and then I will continue painting with the spray can. The next one I'm thinking about applying is the black one, because the majority of it is covered in black throughout the whole thing. The top is all covered in black, the sides and trims are all covered in black, and then after that I will tape those parts that are covered in black once it's all done drying, along with the red spots, and then I will get to the silvers. So once I'm done with all that, then I gotta get to the eyelids, which are also gonna become silver before I put on blue eyelids to cover it, so you can't see his face. So it'll look more complete. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It'll look more complete. And then that should be it for the helmet painting. Hey guys, so update. I'm back. It's been about a week. Had some things to do, and also an update on the helmet. So that's the helmet so far. It's looking really good. I got the black on, and then I got the silver on. I used black gloss, and then I used silver gloss and primer. I should probably just go with gloss. Yeah, silver smells really bad for some reason. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. Helmet looks great. I cut off the back part's right here. It's also been sprayed. So I realize that's been really hard to put on and take off the helmet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a way to keep this on here, but it's also like malleable, so you can put on the helmet like so. As you guys can hear me, you can put it on the helmet like so, and in the back piece, you can put it in either by gluing it, just one part, or by using tape or magnets. But I'll figure that out, and I'll tell you guys, I'll show you guys how I do it, maybe next time, because I realized I have not shown you guys the full process, because I thought it would be boring for you guys. But if you guys want to see the full process, I can show you guys from beginning to end, painting and how I tape everything and how I tamper with it all, with my next helmet. Next is going to be the bodysuit armor for this one. Once I clean it up, because if you look, there's silver here, silver got on here, there's some on this side. It's a little messy over here and there. Top's got to be severely cleaned up. There's been some marks, some accidents. If you guys can see it on camera, if not, that's fine too. That's great. Oh, you guys can't see it. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cover those up, patch those up, spray on a clear gloss so it shine again, and then I'm going to work on the lenses. Lenses are going to be the most challenging parts, which is not going to be fun on my part, regardless on whatever it is I'm doing. So, yay! I'm happy, excited to see how this thing turns out. Looks good so far. Yeah, so I'll show you guys update again in 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I'm back. Okay, so the stuff finally came in for the helmet. So there was a plastic sheet. I didn't show you guys because I forgot to turn the camera, which was my fault. But I took a little heat gun. I heated up a plastic clear film. I gave it a bend, so now it has a little warp to it. If you guys can see that. I put R for right. I did have L for this one, for left. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna slap it on like that. After I take blue tint. So this is just basic blue tint that I got on Amazon. Although you can get it pretty much any hard place if they sell tint. If you know where, great. I don't know where, so tough for me. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it out, layer it on here, and then take my trusty scissors or take a X-Acto knife or something and cut the shape out. After that, I take a little bit of hot glue. I haven't plugged it in. Take a little bit of hot glue, go out on the outer side of it, and then slap the bad boy right on there. And that will be the eyes. And that should finish up this costume. At least the helmet. So, I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll show you guys how it looks afterwards. Okay, so I cut out a little piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this clear tint here that you guys can see, this clear plastic sheet here that I warped, and then I'm going to take this tint, put it on the side that I already curved, like that, and that will be an eyelid if I cut it off later. But this should work fine, as you guys can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the thin plastic layer that's protecting this. I'm going to spray this with water, wipe it off so we'll get all the dust or whatever's on it off. Spray it again, and then take this clear tint, and then take a card of mine from my wallet because I don't have a scrape, and smoothen it out. And then once it's smooth, it should look good enough to paste on as an eye. So I'm going to do that. I'll leave the camera on to record it. Let's see if you guys can see what I do. Alright, so we're going to start by spraying this thing down. So we're going to give it a little spray of water. And I forgot napkins. Hold. Alright, and I'm back with a napkin. So, I'm going to give this guy a quick spray down. If you can, I prefer wearing gloves. I didn't put any on, which is my problem. I should probably put some on, but I'm probably not gonna. As I keep saying, I should probably do that. Alright, so we're going to take this. So if you guys look, there's a thin layer of plastic protecting it. If you guys can see the little ripple on it. And then we're going to peel it off. And as you see, this side is sticky. This side should be sticky right here. And that's going to be the side that we layer right on top. So we're going to want to start slowly laying this on. Just like so. We're going to take our card. We're going to just pressure it in. So we're going to scrape it in where it's like that. Just like so. And then all these air bubbles should slowly start releasing as we continue scraping off. Okay, so I'm going to do a few minutes of that. Okay, and now it's stuck on that. Now it's on there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a little knife or something and trim around the edges. So yeah, we're going to do that, and I should have an eye. Okay, and now we got our two pieces printed. So I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them right on, just like that, and that should complete this helmet. So I have some hot glue heating up right now. It's plugged in finally, and I have an extra spare cartridge that I dropped and didn't know that I dropped. But I'm gonna take it, glue it on, super glue it on, no, hot glue it on, and that should complete the eyes. So yeah, see you guys once that's done. And just like that, the helmet's complete. I'm really proud of it. It took a while to do, a long while. That's it for the helmet. If you guys want to see the armor being made, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and comment down below that you guys want to see the armor made. And I will cover up on how I make the chest plates, the knee, elbows, and gloves and shin guards and everything. So on the list goes. But I'm proud of it. Please look forward to my future videos on how to make more cosplay armor. I'm probably not the greatest that you've seen, but I will promise you guys that I will take you guys on my adventure of improving. So, hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed it. See you guys. Yow!